They didn't put lipstick on me.
In the dungeon.
It's a shame. Yes, come on in, and then you're good to go.
Ah!
Miss Stephanie. Mr. Eric.
Miss Courtney.
Oh, I don't know why I have
It's okay.
I have 5,500 names to.
I know. It's okay. I know you know.
Yeah, as soon as I do it and concentrate. Come on, button that. Please.
You think you need that button?
Well, please.
Well, please. I'm not sure I can button that one.
Eric can.
Isn't that? There we go.
Oh, well, I'm glad he's having
Can you get
trouble.
that one?
I got it.
Okay.
That's why it's crazy that. Did you get it?
Oh yeah, we're getting close. There we go. Finally got one button buttoned.
Is this okay?
Yeah, it's great.
You can sit here if you like.
Oh!
I've got it. I'm sure.
Then she's sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to sit up or are you going
I don't know what I'm doing. How do we do
Put a
this?
pillow behind him so he doesn't lay down?
Sure. He's gonna be asleep in 2 minutes.
No, but
I had my nap. I had
he'll
my
lay
nap.
back too far.
You can sit up.
Yeah.
We'll throw one there. Wait.
John.
And we'll do two right there.
Probably that's
Whoa.
better. That's better.
Whoa.
Do I put where do you want my leg? I mean my hand. On his leg?
Crotch.
Okay. Really?
No, Grandma.
He's liable to take a quick shot. Whoops.
Whoops.
You guys are funny.
And right.
Okay.
Only if you do one on each.
You guys.
The only ones of all of the group that.
Too funny. Okay. So.
We're not.
You guys.
Smiling. We're supposed to answer questions.
You can smile. You guys are old. What's
No.
that like?
I want you to remember, we're half a century older than you.
Yeah.
Half a century. Which means, for you out there who aren't familiar, that's 50 years. Doesn't seem possible.
It's older than dirt.
Why did you have everyone come here this week? And where are we?
You know, it is a joy to us to see to constantly get a little bit better acquainted, which sounds funny, but it's family and our grandchildren who have married, and to the time lapse and where you live, we don't get to really know the person, the mate. And I think this is fabulous. Plus, we like you guys getting better acquainted with each other.
Yeah, we live different lives. My sister, one of her daughters, had 9 kids. She's still getting them married off now. But I've seen them 3 times in my life. 3 times.
Don't know?
Don't know them.
Yeah, in this
I don't
world,
know.
I mean, you're lucky to know your son-in-laws or daughter-in-laws in our revolving world.
I have 2 Aunt Ruth. Her kids would be what?
Cousins.
Cousins. I got 2 cousins. I was 60 years old when I met some of her kids, my Aunt Ruth's, 2 girls, some of their kids. Met them first time. I was 60 years old.
And haven't really met them since.
No. And
Now,
on my grandfather's side, on my dad's side, I live 50 miles away from my grandparents on my dad's side. When I buried him, I had met him 5 times.
I think I met him once.
She met him once, 5 times. And you look at it and you say, how in the world? And so we figured, if we can get kids to meet each other, maybe somewhere along the line we'll have contact.
And that's why we wanted to do this. By the way, we did our 50th with you. Now we're doing our 60th with you. And we're going to do our 70th probably in heaven.
No.
And it would be a joy. It's okay. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Another 10 years? I mean, I don't think we'll be doing this.
Oh yeah, we'll do this again in 10 years. For sure.
Hey, hands on your mouth. Okay, Riker, do you remember what we're doing?
I don't know.
Let's fix her bow. Gotta get that bow on point, you know what I'm saying? Good girl.
Ready? We'll say happy anniversary.
Remy, say yay!
Say yay!
Wyatt, say yay!
Yay! Say happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
What else do you say? Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Do you know how long they've been married, Riker?
No.
Guess.
100.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, very close, 80. They've been married, no, they've been married 60 years. Guess how old they are? I gave it away.
Okay.
How old?
What are they, Wyatt?
I don't know.
2? They're not 2, they're 80 years old, was my first answer.
81.
81.
Bye.
Say I love you.
I love
Say I love you, Wyatt.
you. I love you.
It's Gigi. Say love you, Gigi. Say love you, Grandpa John.
Can you say I love you, Gigi?
Love you, Gigi.
Love you, Grandpa John.
Love you, Grandpa John.
What kisses?
What kisses?
Wave. Do the chicken dance.
Alright, you guys can go. You guys did such a good job.
I know what the chicken is.
Why, you do the chicken dance? Okay.
What is that dance, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Okay, back up, love. Oh, wow.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, Bubba. Is there gonna be enough room?
In the middle.
Wrong way, Bubba.
Okay, this video is saying hi to Grandma and Grandpa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or your great grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, it's for their 81st birthdays and for 60 years of marriage.
It's a long time, right?
How old are you, Kaden? 5. How many times does 5 go into 60? Do you know that?
12.
12. How many times does it go into 80?
Dad told me that it was 12. Happy birthday. I said happy birthday.
What are you doing, Sue?
Oh, look at the camera. Say hi. Say hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. Say we love you. Can you say we love you? No, okay, you can go. See you later.
Alright, so.
He has one of those in his room. It's very funny. Hey, Judah, can you turn that off?
He loves a good fan.
Nope.
Turn it off. There,
There you
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should. That would be funny.
Every
Oh,
couple
my
words.
center.
All they do is they see mouths moving and.
Smashed on my face.
Do you need this
No.
closed or is that okay?
Yeah, we like it there. I like it.
We like it there.
It's not awkward at all.
Hello. that good? Okay. Go like that. Because I think I have 9 total.
3.
10 total.
3 minutes. Well, you're not counting my parents. 10 total if it's my parents.
Counting your parents.
Yep, my parents aren't doing it.
Yeah, you guys are.
Oh, okay. Thanks for
Ruined
the
the shot.
Do you like this?
That's gonna be.
Is that wrong?
That's gonna be in the video. Mom.
No!
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm filming.
Not now!
Yeah, your booty is in the video.
What you say about grandma creation?
Grandma and Grandpa just turned 81, so what does that make you think about?
Dang, they're old.
I remember my parents or my dad and grandpa used to talk about older than dirt and old as dirt.
Tell me about that.
Well, nowadays I think it's quite a blessing, to live that long, and hopefully they're gonna live 20 more, and it's always, I've been around them just about by our wedding and here, and it's always encouraging to be around them, and I love that so much because they're always giving us just energy, blessing us with their smiles. They are always smiling and always just encouraging us, and I love that. And I want to be 80 years old, doing that. Don't want to be that old guy that complains about everything, And they are awesome. They are just always. I love when their boss just comes. Let me tell you a story. I have a story about that, and then keeps telling us the story. It's awesome.
Super old.
Yeah. A lot different than 80. They're much less active.
Okay. Happy birthday!
Yay, happy birthday.
81 years old is a lot.
Just a lot of years.
A lot of years. Glad that you made it this long, and I'm excited for more years.
Yeah.
You got at least another 20 in you.
That's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Obviously, I've only been here for 29 of it, but I don't know. Your dad didn't make it that long, and that's your dad, not even grandparents. So
Yeah.
Impressive, especially with what Grandpa's been through with his heart and whatnot. So
That's old. Yeah, not in a bad way. He's lived a lot of life. You guys have. We're gonna have a fan in the background of this with our child. What are you doing?
Judah, can you turn off the fan, please? Can you turn it off?
No, he loves it.
Go turn it off.
Thank you.
Great. Nice having them with us.
I think happy birthday. I hope they're around a lot longer and enjoy us and are able to spend more holidays, and it's great having them nearby.
I can't imagine. I've actually said this before. I can't imagine having the same knees for 81 years. Because I'm 30 and my knees hurt. They're tired. 81 years with the same knees. actually not true because Grandma has like plates or something in her knees.
Yeah.
So I guess I take that back. That's what I think about 81. I'm not good at this stuff. I always destroy the video. Okay, Wes, what do you think?
I hope I can make it to 81. I mean, that's a long ways. I don't know. Jordan might have that kind of stamina. I don't know if I do.
He's giving up early. I don't know what I'm saying.
I just know that I wouldn't be the same person that I am right now without them. And knowing how they always encouraged me in the Lord and to know Him better and to know His Word, and it's just beautiful. And I hope that when we have grandkids one day that that's the same sort of relationship that we build.
You have been married 60 years to each other. How did you do it?
Because of God in our marriage. Because of our believing that, first of all, because God directed us to each other. And we met in college. Actually, I think I met him one of the first days at college. And it just so happened that we were in a small enough college that McGonigal, which was my last name, and Hadley sat near each other. If it had been a bigger college, we wouldn't have done that.
Actually, she sat in the row ahead of me in chapel
And he flirted with me.
for 3 years.
Before
I got nothing. No response from this woman. Yeah, the boys chased her. Finally, we stumbled into each other the day after New Year's. And that was what you called
Once we did it,
the whirlwind get-together.
courtship.
Courtship. Asked her out first part of January, engaged in February. Right after her birthday was the 9th, we set the date for August. She graduated, I graduated in 63, the year our first kid was born, Dana.
Dana went to graduation with us.
Yes.
Grandma and Grandpa have been married for 60 years. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like they are the black belts. They know what they are doing, you know. And when I was talking to Grandma about that, she gave me a few advice. Like, first thing, you guys should be very good friends. If you don't have a friendship, that's gonna be quite hard. Second thing, but actually the most important, is the Lord to be present on that. And I think that's the best recipe for a successful relationship.
I don't know if we can do it, baby. I'm just kidding.
We're getting there.
How old will we be if we've been married for 60 years?
88.
Oof. You can't die.
Maybe 87.
Okay. 60 years. That's awesome. They have been married longer than they haven't been married.
By a lot.
Like by a lot. Like 3 times as long. That's crazy when you get to a point where you've been through life with a person longer. Like almost all your memories are with that person, you know? Like that's cool. I don't know what that feels like obviously, but I feel like that would be really cool. It's like your whole life is with that one person.
Well, first of all, 60 years, long time. Kudos to them. It's a very long time. And I think for you know, like this world and generations that we're in, that's like almost a novelty anymore.
Life goals? I'm not gonna make it 60 years because I'll die. But I'll die happy. It's crazy. One can only hope.
Definitely inspiring.
60 years is incredible. It's yeah, I think one of the big reasons why I never drank alcohol was because my grandparents never drank alcohol. I don't know if that's true, or I really don't. I just remember hearing that, and that being a big factor in my decision to not drink. I was like, okay, well, if Grandma and Grandpa don't do it, I'm not gonna do it. And I think in the same way, you guys are setting that goal, that attainable goal of marriage lifelong. If Grandma and Grandpa can do it, we can do it.
60.
Dang, that's a long time. I think it's awesome.
Long way to go.
Yeah. I think
It took forever to go.
I know. That's like more than 6 times what we've done already.
I know.
That's a long time.
It's pretty neat, you know. It's not something that happens all the time anymore, but something to aspire to be, you know, or aspire towards. So
It makes me think of how we had the privilege of them doing the ceremony for our wedding, and it's an honor to be able to have a family member do that, let alone a family member who's a good example of a good marriage.
So thank you for that goal. Thank you for setting us that mark, showing us that it's attainable and possible.
yeah, it speaks a lot about their character and their commitment and their love. 6 years is a long time. We're at 37, so you're almost
Long time.
doubled us. So. I don't. How can you do that?
I know. It's pretty good.
But it also builds into the legacy that they've created, not just for us, but for our kids and our grandkids. And that's special, especially in today's world where 2 years and most people are divorced. So it's awesome.
I can imagine how easy it would be to divorce if there were divorces in your family. If your great-grandparents and your grandparents were all divorced. It's just part of life. So thank you for giving us that goal, that marriage can be lifelong.
His grandparents were married forever. And to have that on both sides is such a great example. And it's so rare, honestly. And marriage is hard, so all marriages are hard.
Yeah, I think I just feel very encouraged by it and inspired, and it makes me feel good that I know I can go to an awesome couple who loves God for marriage advice, who've been married for that long. It's pretty great. Way to go, guys.
I'm glad it's not 55. Yeah, that's a long time. It's a good legacy. So far, I think our families, we don't have any splits. So
so far, but
I was gonna say,
listen,
knock on
he's
wood.
planning.
It's like having a break.
I mean, if they can make it to 60, anybody can, right?
Do you have any tips or advice for your kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids?
Raise them in church.
Whether they want to be in church or not.
Teach them the importance of going to church. Teach them the importance of having a relationship with God. I was young when I accepted the Lord, and knowing that, and he was too, we believed they could find the Lord in a young age, and praise God, they did.
I don't know if we're both 7, or were we both 7?
Yeah, it was just before I turned 8.
I was same. I was saved in 47. Under hellfire and brimstone preaching.
His dad was a preacher. Scared him to death. He thought he was going to hell.
Yep. I went forward, was sure the gates of hell would open right then. Anyway, it was a little emotional. Still is. But we got through all of that. I pastored 53 years. She put up with that. I mean, that's, folks, I have to live to 106 to equal the time that I pastored. Right? 53 to 53, I believe, is 106. I'm not going to make 106, and if I did, it'd be miserable. But reality is, I am thankful for the 53 years. I'd do it again, and I'd marry Elaine again.
And I'd marry you again.
Good. Up there, nose is running, tears are flowing.
And
Oh.
I think I would have the children at the age we had them, and God said, now's the time. We got pregnant. Now's the time. Got pregnant, and that was it.
We're fortunate. Do we understand it? No. Don't understand. That God has perfect timing in everything.
Our first church was in Skokomish Valley,
Washington.
And today walking, met these 3 people, 2 sisters and a gentleman. They were in their
late 60s.
One was in late 60s, the others were in 70s. And I mentioned, I was sharing with them, mentioned the Skokomish Valley, and she said, I've been there. To run into somebody in North Carolina that had ever been there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about the Lord today.
Wow.
It was so exciting. Poor John, poor Grandpa. I was so excited over that visit, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, she was pleased.
What is a favorite memory of yours with Grandma and Grandpa?
One of my favorite memories is the last time we went to Tampa. We stayed with them, and when we woke up, we got to eat breakfast with them and just kind of hang out with them and talk with them. And I just always love hearing all of the stories, and
Yeah.
there's always so much wisdom and really good advice. So love that. I hope we can do it more.
Yeah, it was fun just being with you guys in a different context than usual, and like just staying with you in Tampa was really fun.
I remember the first time, Steph, you met them, and they picked us up from the San Francisco airport.
Oh yeah!
And they drove us all the way down to Monterey, and we did all Monterey, and then they drove us up
Yeah, that was sweet.
to the coast.
How did I forget that? That was a good trip. Yeah, and we did the vineyards, and we stayed in like a hotel with them. That was really fun. What a great memory. I think one of my favorite memories, is Grandpa John doing our wedding.
So, I actually took notes.
Oh, that's good.
I think the first one was that when I got married. And they had a tradition where at Christmas time the father would take the daughter and the mother would take the son out for breakfast on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
And the very first Christmas, it was awesome. So Mom took Ken and I out to breakfast. And so right from the very beginning, I felt like I was loved and part of the family. I never felt like a third leg or anything.
So, obviously we used to live quite close to y'all, so definitely favorite was getting to swap out and spend one-on-one weekends or week-long trips to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and definitely picking the raspberries from Grandpa's garden and then eating it on top of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
It reminded me of sort of when it was when I was younger. I used to stay with you guys. We go camping and stuff in the RV. Yeah, a lot of my favorite memories are camping with you guys, doing hiking and camping and fishing. So many outdoor things. Going in the garden with Grandpa, picking green beans and raspberries, eating that with ice cream. That was always so good on the vanilla ice cream. Andrew mentioned that. Shout out to Andrew. We would eat the rice with ranch, mac and cheese. Grandpa is the one who opened my eyes to rye bread with extra crunchy peanut butter.
For me, I mean, so many of my memories are, as a child, are of backpacking and fishing at a lake that could only be reached if you backpacked in and climbed up shale rock or just climbed way up to the highest mountain that we'd walked into. And if you're going to have any kind of meat, then you fish, earn your keep. That was just something we had done for years, and I always hated it because I'd hate it. I was a teenager, you know, like there's no hair dryers and no restrooms, and it's inconvenient and it's uncomfortable. But within like the second day, you just love it, and it's just like so much fun, and you feel like such an appreciation for nature.
Oh, I mean, growing up, I think our backpacking and camping trips are probably some of the most fun we had. And the worst times were going to visit grandparents.
My favorite was watching dog movies with Grandma and Grandpa, watching them cry every single time.
I remember going to Monterey and we did the whole like Cannery Row thing with the aquarium and all that, but we ended up going to see a movie, and I think it was Marley and Me. It was a dog movie. I don't remember if it was Marley and Me or not, but at the end of the movie I walked out thinking that Grandma and Grandpa were right behind me. I looked around and I said, where are they? So I walked back inside and they were still sitting there crying.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I think I still have the videos, but I was in this like take videos of people when they think I'm taking pictures phase. And I did it over and over and over again to Grandma, and it worked every time when we were camping. And she used to get so like frustrated, like, oh darn it, like you did it again. And I think I did it one time with your mom too. Got every single one of them.
Another one of the very special memories that I have and it's not like an instance because we just did it so often. Was we were like professional campers in California when the kids were younger, and we would go camping in a tent with the 3 kids, and they started very, very little diapers and walkers and everything. And then right next to it, in the camping site right next to us, was this nice 5th wheel that Mom and Dad had. And so they were glamping, and we were camping. And it was awesome. It was so much fun. So we'd be trucking around the woods and stuff with the kids and doing all this stuff, and then if it ever rained, we could just go right into the next door and be inside their 5th RV.
Or if there was a wasp infestation, but it was nice to have a place to escape.
So we would do that year, many times in the summer, but we did that for years. And it was a great memory, going to all sorts of places, Lassen and big trees and Calaveras State Park and all these different places in California. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I just was somewhat more recent is that I had never seen a live elk. And so I don't know how I connived to get them to, we went on a road trip. So Dad's driving and Mom and Dad are in the front and Dana and I are in the back. Kids are all grown, and we drove all over Northern California. Went to Redwood Forest.
Humboldt National Forest.
Humboldt to see the redwoods, and I saw live elk. It was awesome.
Where'd you guys go? Did you have fun in the trailer?
Yeah, we went to Hatchet a lot, I think. Is that where we went? We kept all over.
Hat Creek, McLeod.
Oh yeah, Hat Creek. Hatchet, Hat Creek. Pretty much just. Yeah, no.
Well, my first experience with Grandpa, we went camping with your family. The Horners and the Hadleys all went camping together when Ken and I were dating, and Grandpa got me alone in the trailer and asked me what my intentions were with his son. That was the first time I ever met him, so...
She said she just wanted to make babies. And so here's Aaron.
Goodness.
Disgusting.
As you get older, my memories have morphed. I like watching my kids with the parents. I like watching when you were younger, the kids fishing with Dad and Grandpa, and my mom just doing long walks at the child's pace, which I learned then to do. But just taking the time to move at a kid's pace and appreciate the world through their eyes. I think that was something that my mom taught me indirectly by me just observing her with the grandkids, and she's done that your whole life. It's just been very important, and I think the greatest thing I appreciate is the godly legacy for us.
I just remember always climbing up into their bed in the morning and reading the Bible together, and just how much I used to look forward to that every time that we'd see them.
How important is the other person to you?
Oh my goodness, he's my best friend. I don't want to spend a day without him.
My turn.
You would like to once in a while. And it's understandable.
Unless you wouldn't like to spend a day without me, yeah. Shall I tell? I'll tell you about one of those days she spent without me. Came home.
Oh, stop.
Don't tell that story, she says. I had been.
I left him.
I was in a new church, and I was still young. I was been in the ministry probably 10 years, and I always felt I could take care of everything in the church. I mean, I'll make it work. And
A one-man moving machine.
so I wasn't taking any days off. And I came home one day at noon. There was a little note that said, took the kids, we went to the coast.
I went down the Rogue River.
See you later. Okay.
What I didn't add on that note was, we'll be back. But that was enough for him.
I started taking days off.
You thought I was
She
not
got
coming.
the point
He didn't think I
across.
was coming back with the children.
Yeah, she used a baseball bat, whacked me behind the head. Said, kid, get with the program. You can't get everything done in the church.
And it wouldn't have to just be church work. It could be anybody's work. And they put that as such a high priority in the marriage. Can't do it. You need to come alongside with God as your co-pilot. Use that time properly share it with your wife, share it with your husband.
So I started taking off a certain day of the week, Thursdays, not Monday, which is pastor's traditional day.
And he did that clear till he retired.
Thursday, her day, we'd go shopping. She'd go shopping. Would I go? Certainly. I'd sit in the car and go to sleep. But the reality is, I went wherever she went. And when I got tired, she could never understand how I could just sit in the car and go sound asleep. I can still do that about anywhere. But that's how we did it. From then on, it was Thursday days for her days.
And we didn't let friends interrupt that Thursday day. Or we kept it almost as a holy day, that's ours. And I think that was a special gift to me. But don't put that ahead of God. It's a partnership with God.
What did Grandpa John used to always say
Hi,
about his?
I'm
I'm
John.
I'm John.
My name is John.
My name is John. That's one of my favorite memories. $10 says he did not press stop.
I did press stop and I'm recording right now, yeah.
It's recording still.
So you owe me $10.
Oh, he did not press stop? You did not press stop.
I did. Then I started recording again.
Oh.
Yeah. Wasn't trying to dupe you.
I was like trying to get your little B-roll.
Make out. I dared to make out in the video. This is so funny.
I think it's really cool that, like, even here, with everyone here, you can see the impact and the wake that is left, like, how much impact that you guys have on everybody as a family. It's pretty awesome to see how much love and how many memories everyone has with you. Like, you guys have made it an effort to be involved in people's lives because it matters. Like the sacrifices that you guys would make just to see Jordan pregnant. I mean, that's like,
It's a big deal.
it is big. So it's definitely something to strive for, I would say. Like Jordan said, like, we could be half the grandparents that you guys are. It'd be awesome.
Grandma and Grandpa, I remember throwing up hot dogs in your car and I threw up on the white bear, and then Grandma went home and washed it, and then she gave it to me, and it was my sick bear forever, and I named him Andrew, and then his arm fell off, but I kept him. I might still have him, honestly, in a box. I remember playing Trouble and Battleship and that really cool spy game at your house, and we always had a blast. Like, we knew exactly where to go for the games. Little closet, take the box out, had the Lincoln Logs, all of it, love it. I remember swimming in your neighbor's pool and adventures in your backyard, taking walks, Grandpa's little daily walks around the neighborhood, playing in the sprinklers, picking raspberries. I remember the blue gum that you used to give us in church, and then eventually it turned into like the 2 little white pieces of gum. I remember squirting Grandpa in the face with butter. And the time that I think Mom, possibly Grandma, cooked baked potatoes with the bugs on top, the paprika bugs. I remember Ricky getting in trouble because he made me laugh so hard one time that I threw up my food at the dinner table, and he got in trouble for that. I remember, Grandma, I remember our countless tea parties. I remember our pinkies up and wearing hats. Ringing the bell too many times to where they took the bell away. I remember the invention of Sally Lincoln Johnson and Sally Lincoln Johnson II. I remember always looking forward to going to your guys' house and eating our favorite foods, like white rice with ranch and butter and Cheez-Its, and pie crust with cinnamon sugar, and drinking 7-Up, all these things that were like super special. I remember all the crafts. We used to make keychains, we decorate hats. You taught me how to knit. We did shrink art, we made bracelets. I remember visiting for a month. This is what started it. When I was 10 years old, and it was the best. It was awesome. It was my first time flying by myself, and you came and you picked me up at the airport. And we went camping in the trailer. Grandpa and I tried to fly a kite, and I don't think we were successful at all, but it was really fun. We hiked Mount Shasta, and the whole way up, I like chanted, ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. And then the whole way down, I did it again. And then Grandpa took me to the store, and he got strawberry ice cream, and I got bubblegum ice cream, and he licked his because it hurts his teeth if he chews it, and I chewed mine, and it was just like the best time ever. Love you so much. And that same trip, we went to Reading, and I don't know where we were, but I did a dunk tank for the first time, which is weird because I wasn't prepared. I was wearing my clothes, but you're like, sure, go ahead. So I was a 10-year-old, and I got to be in the dunk tank, and it was really exciting, cool. I also learned the I am a C, I am a CH. I learned that song on that trip. We played Skip-Bo and Phase 10. We went to Monterey. We went to the train playground, to Carmel, and I think Point Lobos is like the seal place. I don't know if you remember this, but I took my water bottle. It used to have like the, go around your neck, and it would hang here. And I like turned it and made it like a third boob, like machine gun. And I walked around, and you guys were just totally proud. So that was nice. I remember, there's more. I remember, same trip, we took 1,000,000 steps up to a lighthouse, and you just played the whole way up, all the way. At one point we drove past a sunflower field, and it being my favorite flower, you guys pulled over and we did a little photo shoot, and it was just so fun and so special and spontaneous. I remember when I was homeschooled, Mom and I did a lot of different trips with you guys, and we would go to California even after we moved. I remember Washington, D.C. and Boston, and our girls' trip with Gigi and Aunt Linda in, I think, Solving. I remember the San Diego trip with Wes. That was kind of exciting for him to meet my cousins and all of the family when we were engaged. And Idaho, where Wesley carried Grandma across the creek. I don't even remember why, but I just remember I got a picture and it was so cute.
Before her surgery for her knees.
Oh
She couldn't
yeah.
cross the creek, so I was trying to carry her over.
Yeah, so cute. And then with all my babies, I mean, you guys came. I remember saying, "Hey, Grandma and Grandpa, I really want you to see me pregnant with Riker." And you made it a point to come, and you came, and you got to see me pregnant. And then you were there with him being a newborn. You stayed for several weeks, and I can't count the amount of public subs you guys brought us. And we went to Sunset Beach a bunch, and we'd go have picnics, and it was just this great time bonding not only with our newborn baby and figuring out the parenting thing, but also seeing you guys be great grandparents. And then you guys came back for Wyatt, and you came back for Remy. You live here now, and we get more time with you, which is always treasured. I love how they have accepted Wes from like the get-go. Like when we were dating, they always had a special relationship with Wes. They love him. Like they love him more than they love me. And they love me a lot, but like you guys love Wes. Like Wes is like your favorite. And just the conversations that they have, like the hugs and you know, like the disappointment if Wesley's not there and if it's just me. Like, it's like hi.
Wes, any thoughts from the last 15 minutes where you didn't get to say anything?
And then one of my favorite memories, of course, is sitting on Grandpa's lap, and I'm probably gonna cry. And it was singing our song, and it always made me feel really special and loved. And he would sing to me, "Have I told you lately that I love you?" So now I want to sing it to you, Grandpa. Have I told you lately that I love you? Could I tell you once again somehow? Have I told with all my heart and soul how I adore you? Well, Grandpa, I'm telling you now. This heart of mine would break if you refuse me. I'm no good without you anyhow. Dear, have I told you lately that I love you? Well, Grandpa, I'm telling you now. Love you, Grandpa. And I love my family. I mean, family is everything to me. And I feel really close to Grandma and Grandpa. And like just being able to go through and like rack my brain of all these amazing experiences that I have with them and all of these things that are so treasured. I mean, think about like all of the money and like preparation that went into each of those little memories, and like my favorite memories just sitting with my grandpa and like listening to him just like love on me and sing a song.
How did your guys' partnership with God look?
Well, I have a wife that pokes and prods me.
They don't mean what's going on today.
I'm telling what my story. She tells her story. Reality is, she pokes and prods me. In fact, she did today. Yeah. I won't tell you what. But she was, no, I'm not telling you what you did. But you prodded and poked me today.
To me,
and I haven't apologized yet to the person she thinks I need to apologize to. But I'll work on it and get there.
my thing is that because you're retired from ministry, you're not retired from being a Christian.
I'm retired.
Not retired from being a Christian.
I'm retired.
And what you say, what you know, all of it's important. Terribly important. In older, mature life, you can't set aside God because now you're retired.
Alright, Grandpa jokes that this will be the last time a lot of us see each other because they are going to die. If this is the last time that you get to spend with them, what do you want to say to them?
Horrible question.
First of all, not funny, not a very good joke.
Pointing at me for.
You can go first. That's a stupid question.
I would
Love
say,
you.
I would say I'm thankful to have been able to know them and be a part of their family. And I would also add, I'm glad we got to change our name to their name because I want to be able to take their name into our family and our son and pass that on.
See you when we get there.
I'd just like to say thank you for loving me really well, even though I'm not your actual granddaughter. I feel like you just welcomed me into your family, and I know that you pray for me and you care about me and you care about just my life. So thank you for loving me well, and I know that I'll be able to hear all your awesome stories in heaven one day as well. So
Yeah, thank you for loving Courtney, for caring about us, for asking us how we're doing, for inviting us and saying that we can come over anytime. And yeah, I love you guys. This is not going to be the last time. We will definitely see you again.
This will not be the last time. Y'all are still spry, okay? There's still lots of life left to be lived. But if you got in a car accident, let's say that, and died, I would just say thanks for leaving such a legacy of faith. I personally believe in the blessings that, like the generational blessings that are bestowed because you live a faithful, obedient life to the Lord. And that is a gift that a lot of people don't get and they have no control over. And so thank you for loving the Lord and leaving that legacy for us and for Judah and for his kids. I mean, what does it say, to the 7th generation? So it's a lot of generations that you have blessed. The Lord has blessed, but through your love and obedience to him. So thank you.
Yeah, I would say I love you. And like Steph said, I think not just the way that you've loved the Lord personally, but even both of you being in ministry and doing that well and faithfully wherever you were called for 53 years. I think that's encouraging. Us being in ministry. That's something that we also are thankful for and hope to do faithfully for that long as well.
I want to say thank you. I think the time that we spent in San Diego and this time here as a family unit, you know, the whole family together, I appreciate it so much.
It's not gonna be the last time, that's for sure. Second, love you, Grandma and Grandpa. Unfortunately, the Air Force has kept us away. Just unfortunate circumstances, but hopefully, depending on where we get next, it'll be a lot easier to come and visit more often. We'd definitely like to come down to Florida sometime. Maybe not for too long, just because it's so hot, but definitely come and visit everybody again. Also, we always have a room open if you ever want to come up to Delaware. Ooh, fun, Delaware.
I think that they have become friends as well as parents. And I think that's something that I hope they know that. I hope they know that we really appreciate them and enjoy being with them.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for having everybody come together once again in this context. It's crazy to have 26 people in one house for a week, but it's awesome. It just, again, it shows, Wes, I think, commented on this, it just shows your guys' impact. I mean, you were able to get 26 people to come together. And you did that because of who you are, but also because you were willing to make it happen. You were willing to pay for it to happen. I love that. I was initially thinking it was going to be you guys, a whole week about you, but it really wasn't that. I thought it was going to be a week about you guys, but it was really a week about us. It's a week about everybody getting to spend time with each other, building relationships, and just loving each other. And you happen to be there.
I thought they were gonna die for the last 5 years, and it hasn't happened. So.
Okay.
That's what she has to say.
No, I said they thought. They were gonna
they
die.
thought. Okay.
Yeah, not I thought.
Okay.
No, they've been talking about dying for like the last 5-10 years. Nothing. So.
I just really appreciate
Oh my gosh. Disgusting. Aaron crying.
I just really appreciate how they accepted me as their own child. They always treated me very well.
Ditto.
Sorry, guys. I just feel so grateful that they accepted me as their own grandchild. You gonna leave me?
See what I have to deal with?
I know. You got a great heartwarming answer.
You're not gonna high five me.
This is why I feel like running away most days.
Oh my gosh! Your joy in your life. Okay.
Okay. Everyone feel good about those answers?
Good luck editing that.
I just feel like they've blessed us hugely. A few years ago, they ended up moving from California. We've been harping on them forever to come move to Florida with us. So within a month, they decided to move and moved. And they came to Florida, and we, in the same time frame, we were building a house for ourselves, and but ended up not being able to buy it. And so they came down and ended up buying that same house, which is a total God thing.
Yeah.
But it has blessed us so much to have them, 1.1 miles down the street, and just to be a part of their lives and to spend just precious time with them has been awesome. And I want to say thank you for Dana and Ken, and just what they mean to us. You've done a great job as a mom and dad, and for accepting me. You guys are awesome. I love you.
We love you.
We love you.
I love you guys. Thank you for making me feel special and treasured and an important part of this family. Thank you for all the time that you guys have put into developing a relationship with me. I've loved every moment, and I mean, I'll miss you guys.
This time that we can have as a family with pieces of the family that are out and about different parts of the country and we don't get to see very often, it is just really special. And you know, they created this, and so first of all, I don't think it'll be the last time, but I mean, we love them. Mom and Dad's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been calling Mom and Dad for decades now, and they really are very loving, very caring, and they're extra special to me.
Yeah. Mom's, I've always said she's Jesus with skin on. And I love her to death, and I just think, selfishly, I would say that she's stuck here. She can't go anywhere. But that's just selfishness talking. I mean, we know logically that heaven's a better place. But I think the sadness of losing somebody is the part that's just the kicker.
Thank you. Just that.
A month ago, my grandma passed away, and I never missed the opportunity of telling her how much I loved her. And she knew it. I made sure of that, and it's always a good opportunity to just say I love you. So, I love you, grandparents.
There could be any number of people watching this video that don't actually know our family or know Jesus. So I want to give you guys however long you want to tell them about Jesus and why they should know Jesus.
I really am so absolutely grateful and in awe that I've had the privilege of knowing Jesus. I feel absolutely blessed. I was a young child, and I'll try to make it short. I was a young child of 6, and they knocked on the door of my house, and my dad had been killed in a logging accident. And I can still, at the age of 81, see them come through the door to tell us that. But my mom moved to my sister and I, and she was a lovely single lady that in a few years remarried. She had a couple suitors, and my sister and I were always a part of their dates. It was very interesting. And anyway, they fell in love, and I was in I think 3rd grade or end of 2nd grade, and they were going to get married, and that was okay. And the only thing is, then we were one name, we were Hedges, and Mom was a McGonigal along with my dad's stepfather. And anyway, then he offered and told us he loved us and would love to have us be adopted. And we would become a McGonigal if we did that. And it cost money, but that he felt that it was a wonderful thing he wanted to have us be a united family with the, because we lived in a neighborhood where so many kids didn't have, they were all mixed names. Anyway, that stood out to me as a young kid. So they paid money and adopted my sister and I. And then, when I was a young girl in about the 3rd grade, I would walk almost a mile to school and go to one day a week to a child evangelism class. And the teacher told us all about being adopted into God's family. And I stayed after class. I was so excited because I knew what adoption was. I mean, a child to know at that point in my life, there weren't that many, to be adopted into God's family. He wanted me, he paid a price. And that has just been my joy all of my life. I love my stepfather and I love my parents, but I love God. And I wanted to serve him, and I'm so thankful that he gave me, John gave me 60 years of marriage, and we trust that we have been good representations of children of God. And I have joy today sharing God with people on the path around the lake in North Carolina. And I was so excited. We shared the Lord. And the 3 of us, it was just a joy. And then when they went to leave, they said, "Can I give you a hug?" So they weren't offended. I mean, God is important to us, important in our marriage.
John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Someone died for you for your sin. The question is heaven or hell? Thank you.
That was great.
That's why we've been married 60 years. Do you know what these old people saw today? That our family gave us a hug when they left to go up another trail. And and then as I talked to them about him being a retired minister, and they're like, I mean, that's the love of Jesus in the family. And it radiated. Now we're supposed to
be gone.
Come on, Eric, you're going, right?
Yep, I'm going.
Then if you get up and help me up.
Put that on the deal.
Yeah, it's still going.
This is old age if I can get up. We can try to get her up.
The knees don't want it. Oh my goodness. I've been going up and down stairs.
This is the best shape she's been in.
Yes, I mean, you guys are moving around.
You know, that's really tough to think that's the best shape.
Thank you, Eric.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're behind me. That's the worst idea you've ever had. Why? Because you're heavy. She's so bad. Make her.
No, except
She's mean. She doesn't
Sorry for the hold up, people.
This was something.
Hey, everybody, come on in here. This is a speech. It sounds like, guys, get in here.
Speech.
It's an impromptu grandpa speech. Come get it.
He's crying, so.
Together. So thank you for taking the effort to show up. I mean, it's a pain in the neck for what you're supposed to do. It is.
No, it isn't.
How many here? I drove 13 hours. That was a pain in the neck.
No,
Okay? Anyway, thank you for that effort. Some of you here were with us 10 years ago. And then the rest of you went and decided to get married. But anyway, this is Grandma's deal. And we wouldn't have had this place here if Doug hadn't taken care of it and Dana. I mean, they did the work.
And Doug's right behind you. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, thank you, Doug, behind me.
Thank you, Doug and Dana.
I'm walking behind.
Thank you, Doug and Dana.
Thank you.
So anyway, we thank you. Elaine was looking forward to this. This was extremely important to her. Don't ask me, but to her. It's extremely important.
And the COVID thing.
Women have a whole different perspective of things that are really important. We're a bunch of slobs
I'm going to
most of the
interrupt.
time.
He has talked about doing this Tahoe go way back.
Yep.
So-
By the way, you're here instead of in Tahoe
Because of COVID. Because we moved.
because of COVID. You know,
It was God's plan all along.
God held it out for a year. And in fact, I only called him 3 weeks ago and told him, Tahoe, forget you. You guys are too closed up. Anyway, you're here. We thank you. The Lord has been good to all of us.
Amen.
To all of us. What's that picture? God is good all the time.
All the time.
All the time, guys. Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Grandpa.
And we love all of you.